Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in their Fortnite tips and tricks video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to kill better teams in Fortnite and how to kill good players in Fortnite, because we all have those lobbies that are really easy as full with a bunch of bots, and then we have those lobbies where you just have a lot of sweaty teams, a lot of sweaty players. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to beat those sweaty players, so when you get in those easier lobbies, it's gonna be even easier to win those games. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be doing a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want to win some free V-Bucks, all you have to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. The winners will be chosen in just one day. So if you guys want to win some V-Bucks, make sure you guys enter, and as well, make sure you guys add my new Snapchat. It's going to be Young Humor YT. I'm going to be doing all of my announcements, all my V-Buck giveaway winners. Everything's going to be on there, so make sure you guys add my Snapchat. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Okay, so like I said, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to kill those better teams and those better players in Fortnite. So in this gameplay here, at the very end, I got just mauled by this one team. I think I got between two teams eventually, but I was getting mauled by both teams. I eventually ended up running out of map. I probably went through about 1,500 maps. So these guys were just ripping through my stuff left and right, and I was able to come out with the win in this game. I really should not have won, but I ended up getting the clutch in this game, so that's why I'm going to use this gameplay. So when it comes to killing these better players or better teams, or even when you're playing solo with these better players, there's a few things that you want to do when you're fighting these teams. And I would always say, first off, a lot of times, unless you're getting shot at first, which is also probably the worst thing you can be in, if you're getting shot first by a sweaty team, you're probably going to get screwed over pretty quick. But say before you get into the gunfight, maybe you see two teams fighting, or maybe you see a team that kind of looks good. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You can kind of just tell when you look at a player if they're good or not. And that's something that I always like to do, is before I even engage with them, I always try to see if they're a good team or not. Because if they look like they're complete bosses, they're complete noobs, you know, I'm going to play it completely different. I'm going to play a lot faster, just trying to get the quick kill, than if I were to run into a team that's just full of complete sweaties, Renegade Raider, Christmas skin type of players. So I always try to figure out if the team I'm running into is going to be just absolute sweats, or if it's going to be kind of newbie. So if I can see they're kind of a good player, or they're a little bit better of a team, if they're already in a gunfight, of course, I would try to go for that team first. Because a lot of times you can kind of look at a gunfight and see what team is winning. Because even if you see if you see two teams fighting, you see two guys on the low ground just getting absolutely demolished by the guys on top, then you probably want to just worry about the guys on top and then use the guys on the bottom to kind of help you out. Because the guys on the bottom, they're probably not going to be the best players. They're probably just going to keep looking up and spraying. So when you look to third party of your team, I always try to go for the better players, or try to give some of the better players looks. If you get a knock on one of the better players on their team, a lot of times the rest of the players are going to be kind of easy to kill. So you always want to try to get their best player down as fast as possible, because once you do that, like I said, it's probably going to be pretty easy to kill the rest of the players. But say maybe you see a better team in the distance, like they're jumping around, maybe they have like some OG skins, you think there could be a better team. What I always try to recommend is you always want to get that first tag. And what I mean by that is, so if you see a team, you always want to be the one who gets the first damage towards them. So for me, I always try to use my first shot accuracy with the AR, and a lot of times I'm able to get a few shots on, because if I can get like 2 or 3 tags off with my AR, I'm going to be in a really good spot, because as soon as I rip off their shield, it's going to put me in a really good spot to win the gunfight. So if you can just get off a lot of their health, or even just mess with them a little bit, just get the first tags off, you're going to be a really good spot in that situation. And also another thing, when going into situations, I always try to look at myself and see how much mats I have, how much health I have. Because if I only have like 100 health and maybe like 200 mats, and there's a chance that there's a possibility that I can avoid that fight at all costs, I'm probably just going to avoid that fight, because I don't want to try to fight a sweaty team that's going to be building a ton, just trying to do all that. I wouldn't want to fight them on low health and low mats. That's just not going to end well for me. So of course, if you have a chance and you don't have the most mats, most health, if you don't feel like you're going to be able to win that gunfight very easily, or at least have a good chance of winning that gunfight, I wouldn't challenge at all. So definitely look at your mat count, look at your health count, or just look at their positioning. Because if they're on the top of the hill and you're at the bottom, and maybe even if you're at the bottom with low health and they're on the top with a bunch of health, it's probably not the best idea to try to push up and get that team. Of course, there is some situations where I would want to push that, because if they're fighting a team I know they're going to be low as well, then sometimes I want to push that right away. But at the same time, it's kind of situational, but I always recommend not trying to fight if you don't have all the health necessary. So here is when I run into that team and just completely annihilates every single mat that I have. Like, look at my mat count. I have max wood, 600 brick, and 300 steel. So right now my mat count is looking pretty solid, 150 health. So I'm in a pretty good spot right now, but my mat count is about to go to 0. So right there, I was able to exchange shots with that guy. The guy got one tag on me, and I was able to get a tag on him. I think I hit him for like 30 damage or something. So right now, I'm just trying to go for high ground and give myself the best possible spot to kill these teams. Because if these teams are kind of good, I do not want to be on the low ground in between two players, because they're just going to be spamming me. I think one of them had a pumpkin launcher as well. So of course, at first, I wanted to go get the high ground. I wanted to try to get a pick, but unfortunately, I got shot out. So since I'm at the bottom, unfortunately, I got tagged right there too, because I was trying to switch to my traps. But since I was on the high ground and I got shot to the low ground, the second you get on the low ground and you're in between a team, you want to turtle up as much as possible. So walls all around, floor above you, pyramid above you. You want to layer up as much as possible, because otherwise they're just going to be ripping through you. So I was trying to get away from this team, and then I had another team come up here and spray at me as well. So right now I'm not in the best spot. My mats are still looking pretty good. I haven't drained them too much, but my health really isn't that good. But at least I have minis. So right now I still want to stay turtled up because my health isn't the best. I still have that team to worry about. So since I'm getting sprayed out, I have to be extra careful not to take any damage like whatsoever. So I want to try to put as many layers in between me and them as possible, because I can't risk getting tagged at all. Because if they tag my health even more, any less than like 80 health than what I'm at right now, I'm going to be in a pretty good spot. And if they have scars and like a rocket launcher or any good weapon that can do a lot of damage, I'm going to be gone and dead instantly. So once you're on the low ground turtled up, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to come down towards you, or they're going to end up taking shots. A lot of times they really don't stay up there, because if you start turtling up and you're there for like a good solid like 20 seconds, a lot of the times they're eventually going to give up and then try to push you. But once they try to push you, you can do two things. You can either try to take a few shots at them, try to get some tags off, or as well, what you can do is you can try to go for the high ground, because if they come down and you're a quick enough builder, a lot of times you can get that high ground right from them. Because if you always feel like you're never going to get the high ground on a bunch of sweaty players, all you can do is just turtle up at the bomb, and then once they come down, then you can use that opportunity to get up. Otherwise, you're probably never going to get the high ground from them. So about 3 minutes and about 14 or 1500 mats later, I was able to get a good position on these guys. And since I have the high ground, I was finally able to laser off that guy's shield. I hit the other guy for a little bit of shield as well, but I can only assume he's going to heal up as well. But I don't want to push down the right away, even though I laser that guy's health. I don't have many mats at all. So my best bet is try to get a knock while I have the high ground. Because if I'm getting spread at the bottom with only 100 mats, GG, that's a wrap. I'm dead. There's not a chance of me winning that fight. At this point, I really needed the mats. I needed to kill these guys quick, because the circle was going to come in, and I don't want to try to fight these guys in the storm. So I see this guy trying to build up again, and at this point I'm out of mats. Since I'm out of mats, and when you're running out of mats or low on mats, you're going to play as aggressive as possible. I need to stay as close as I can to this guy. So this guy got the high ground now, so I'm going to play a little bit slower. I'm going to reload my guns, get reset. So I see this guy jump down, was able to get one tag on him right there, get a few more tags with my P90. So I drained this guy's shield. Now I want to keep as much pressure on this guy as possible. I was able to get close enough to get the knock, so I wanted to thirst instantly because I needed his mats. Fortunately, this guy had like another 500 mats. He had like 400 brick and 100 steel. So that changes the game for me a ton. So his teammates started pushing up instantly. So I went for high ground on this guy. And this guy's just below me, but the circle is coming in 15 seconds. So I wanted to end this gunfight as quick as I possibly could, because I wanted to get this gunfight over with so I didn't have to worry about him just trying to fight him in the storm. So this guy, he's just kind of boxed in. So right now I'm trying to look for bandages, because I know there's people knocked below me. That player wasn't really trying to fight for anything, so I decided to drop down, look for some bandages. So I'm going to drop down and I'm going to find bandages right in front of me. So that was a super clutch find right there. I'm going to pop some, try to get my health up to 75. I have to be careful though, because the storm is coming in. There's 3 other people left, and I only have like 300 or maybe even 400 mats. So I can't challenge everyone right now, but I still wanted to go for the kill on his teammate, because his teammate probably had a little bit of mats as well. So not in the best spot right now, but I'm not in too bad of a spot. His teammate's going to be right below me. So I'm just going to go for high ground, because I know there's other people that were shooting in this direction as well. So I'm going to try to look around, see if I can get an angle on this guy. And the storm's going to come in and kind of screw me over a little bit. But I still have to get inside the circle. I only have about 100 mats left, and I'm getting shot from my side. Since I'm getting shot from my side, I have to go for the kill on this guy as quick as possible. This guy's going to come out. I'm going to be a little bit patient and build my wall a few times, and then I'm eventually going to push out. Storm's coming in again. I wanted to go around this side because I know this guy was directly above me. So I look over this guy. I didn't know where he was, but he was right behind me. He gets a big tag on me. I was able to finish him off with my shotgun, and thank goodness I actually picked up a ton of this guy's mats. He had like max brick or something. So this guy was really, really clutch for those mats. I panicked a little bit, and at the time I was just trying to grab the mats and go, because I didn't know how many mats this guy was gonna have. Otherwise, I would have definitely for sure grabbed that med kit if I had any more time. And I accidentally shot the guy with a P90. I thought I had my scar out, but I was really wishing I did pick up that med kit. Now looking back at it, of course, I definitely could have, but at the same time, mats were even more important for me. So I was going to make sure I had enough mats. So I was trying to grab as much mats as I could, and the storm was going to come in. So I was just grabbing whatever I could. Get a few big tags on this guy. Now this guy's completely out of shield, which puts me in a really good spot. So this guy's down below on the hill. I always recommend rotating early, but I wouldn't always recommend rotating early if it means you get the low ground like this guy. Because from here, even though the circle is coming in, I'm going to be able to get a ton of tags. Probably would have been able to finish that guy right there if I would have hit that pump shot. But right now, I'm trying to get myself a little bit of space. I cannot get tagged by the storm at all. But now I have good positioning because I have the highest ground in the circle right now. And I knew the other player was weak below me, so I wanted to go for the quick kill on this guy. So I see the guy below me. I didn't want to jump all the way down, so I do this shot and floor technique. That worked really, really well. I was able to hit him in the head for over 60 damage. So now it is only a 1v1, able to get one more tag right there. So I'm going to push up even more because the circle's coming in. Try to kill him just like the other player was. Unfortunately, wasn't able to. Had one more shot on my shotgun, but was able to get the finish on this guy. And luckily came out with the win. That one team was super sweaty, super annoying. Drained through my entire mats. Probably drained through like 15 or 1600 mats. Completely destroyed all of my mat count and all of my health. But still was able to get the win right there. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications. And as well, make sure you guys add my new Snapchat. And alright, guys, I will see you next video.